We've got a good one on quarterbacks, ready to get it going up against Bradford's Vikings.
Yeah.
Now let's get you up.
That way you can hear yourself talk.
Larry, it's the end of a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Between the Pittsburgh Steelers and... A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Now a second down throw for Bradford. And this will be incomplete. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Cameron Hayward is a defensive lineman, but many of us, especially guys of my vintage, remember his father, Craig Ironhead Hayward, who was a running back. I think Cameron decided he'd rather hit people than be hit.
Now Bradford to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. On 4th down, they do snap it to Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening.
I'm high as fuck, so that don't count.
And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Bell, and he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Time for the offensive starters now for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and a guy to watch out wide, Sammy Coates.
A slow start in his rookie season, only caught 1 pass in 2015. They're expecting much bigger things from him, trying to help out that offense. If he can get open, you know his quarterback will find him.
Again, it's Bell, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day, get the blocker away, and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
And Green with a catch left side. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They get 14 yards there at a 1st down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's going to battle his 1-yard line. In 12 regular season games this last year for Bell, averaging over 150 yards from scrimmage. First 2 games in the playoffs were great, but, you know, getting injured in the final game probably leaves a bad taste in his mouth.
Leaves a bad taste, gives him fuel for the next season, though, because, remember, for the last few years, he hasn't been able to play a full season for various reasons. Now, going into next year, imagine those numbers over a 16-game season and heading into the playoffs. Le'Veon Bell can set new records.
Big Ben going to take it himself. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Quickly now, we'll look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Everson Griffin was a valuable reserve for most of his career, but has really blossomed since entering the starting lineup.
Waffle, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ben Roethlisberger taking it in. And the Steelers have taken a 1st quarter lead. So with 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got it.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about they pushed they got up front to get the quarterback through.
Big push and a touchdown move. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time out, Whitford on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Second down, Bradford. Deep drop. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. On third down, Bradford got a man and he hits him in stride. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
They'll run for it. Peterson. And he's got some space here. It's a gain of 9 yards. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
I tell you, on fourth and one, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them off and get the first down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Steps away to his left. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Second quarter begins with a fight at 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. On second down, Bradford again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And now what they want to see here, he's still down on the field. Obviously such an important part of their passing game, and the training staff, they're going to have to attend to it. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Bradford again. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th.
Look.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. Flush to his right. And a diving grab. keep the drive going. Just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Here's Peterson. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down at the 31.
A one-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of one-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional one-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. On third down, Bridgewater eluding the pressure right. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's design, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Buying time to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. On second down, Bridgewater again. Oh, bad at the line and intercepted. Picked up by Lawrence Timmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, it's what a lot of people call influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game and they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you have to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to. And probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Brown finishing 2016 with over 1,200 yards, 106 receptions. Now for him, people were expecting maybe some bigger numbers, Charles. What did you make of Antonio Brown's season?
Well, what I made of it is that he started to get more help along the way. Jesse James developed a tight end. Once Le'Veon Bell got into the lineup, he started to catch passes out of the backfield and ate up a few numbers as well. So Big Ben had more targets to throw it to. That should help Antonio Brown going forward in 2017 because he'll still be the primary guy. But when you get help, boy, you can make bigger plays downfield.
And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. For the offensive group. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. This will be caught by Brown. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards on the pickup. And it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Sammy Coates, the intended target there. And that'll bring up second down. Second down now after the incompletion. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Roethlisberger. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. That one goes for 24 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receiver's eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Little motion now from the tight end. On second down, it's Bell. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Man open left side is Brown. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. second and 10. It's Roethlisberger. Now Bell hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Ben on third and long. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the playmaker, Anthony Barber. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Cost them.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a real tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Second down following the incompletion. They come up in an offset eye. Now Peterson. And he'll take this out near the 35, maybe the 34. And they get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the veteran James Harrison. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a great spot to start this drive from here. That's Bell. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving and staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Here's Bell. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Brian Robinson makes the stop. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, Those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. He finds Coates complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Sammy Coates, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They go back to the air here after the INT. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Mike Mitchell. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you think to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
Pressure. Let's see if they dial it up this drive. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
What we're seeing from the defense here is a group of guys bearing down, trying to help out their quarterback after he threw an interception. Good stops on the first two downs. It brings up a key third down.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked over the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. From back at the 2, here's third and goal. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Vikings now heading on to the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play caller. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people...
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off William Gay. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not doing so much about guessing what the play call was.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Man, it wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Bell. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And that brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be brought down to the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Off the play fake. Bradford. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Firing quickly here, and it's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. That one good for 10 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. Surveying the field. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
There we go with 2nd and 7. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Bridgewater. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time.
That's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cordero Patterson from 21 yards away. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. The fly route works for the TD ground.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the screen.
And get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. They will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle. That something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft one. Deep left. One inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 75 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And his kick is good. So we had action to the very end of this.
This one, the score on the final.